Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to the Business Spotlight series. I'm here with Paul from 19 Signs in Harrogate. How you doing, Paul?
All good, thank you. Nice to be here.
Good stuff. If you could start us off then, as always, and give us a bit more of an introduction as to who you are, what is it you do, how long you've been doing it for, please, Paul.
So I am a director at 19 Signs, an independent signage company based in Harrogate. And Luke and I, we took on this business after working for a franchise, which unfortunately, when our boss passed away, we had the opportunity to open our own signage shop from what we learned as being part of the franchise. So in June 2019, we were rolling just as a team.
Yeah.
And we're just coming up to the end of our 6th year, which is it's gone by in a blink of an eye, and we're now a team of 5, and we just keep growing and keep enjoying what we do. So
Brilliant.
in a nutshell, what we do is we do vehicle branding, signage, exhibition work, design, installation of any kind of marketing material or advertisement for your business, really. Quite a diverse mix of what we do. Vehicle wrapping,
Yeah.
or just traditional vehicle signage, and we even dabble in traditional sign writing, which we had a member of the team join us last year who he was trained in that skill. So we can offer that as our additional service now, which is great.
Excellent. So what, a couple of things there. What's the traditional sign writing then? Tell us more about that. What is...
So before the days of computer, if you wanted to, write your business name down the side of a shop fascia or a van, it was, paintbrush and paint, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a dying art. There is not many people that can do it, and there's certainly not many people that are good at it.
Yeah.
And John that joined us, as I said last summer, he was our go-to man whenever we got an inquiry, and he trained at that when he was an apprentice 35 years ago. And that was about 5 or 6 years before the industry started to go down the digital route and computer aided machinery to plot out with vinyl.
Yeah.
And then it's an art form that some people still like because they want that traditional feel. So
Yeah.
we work for like some nice colleges, like Queen Ethelberga's College, and they like to have certain things done as it was done, 50, 60, 70 years ago, so
Yeah.
gold leaf, that type of thing. And
Nice.
it's something, yeah, we didn't used to get involved with until we met John and we realized, wow, you're really good at this. And then he actually wanted to, we were so busy, and not just in that, but his skill set was everything additionally to that. He joined the team, so now we can just offer it as a service now from 19 Signs, which is great.
So what makes you different then? Because I asked about that question. Is that one of the aspects that makes you different, or because it's an industry that there are a lot of people that obviously do what you do? Is it a case of just being, I say just, is it a case of being great at what you do, and there's enough work out there, and being great at what you do, you can service that demand, or do you stand out in any way, like offering traditional sign writing services?
We're probably, I mean, I would say we're one of the only ones in Harrogate that actually offer traditional sign writing, and they're doing it, from an in-house member of staff. I don't know if that makes us stand out because there's not an overwhelming amount of need for it. It is nice, obviously, to get asked, do you do this? And then it ends up rolling into doing something else usually. But what makes us stand out, we often get complimented on the service or the attention to detail. So perhaps if a customer is thinking, I would like, ABC on some time of signage, just because we're passionate about what we do, we'll kind of go through it and maybe, tread lightly and explain to the customer that's maybe not the best and most cost-effective way of doing it. You have got options, D, E, and F. And just go through thoroughly with, to make sure the customers get exactly what they want and only paying for the exact thing they actually need.
Sure.
So I think it's just that personal approach. We're quite OCD. Our attention to detail is quite keen.
You mentioned the word passion there, and I think that was like, oh, that'll be it, and
Yeah,
that'll be infectious and come across, I'm sure.
I've been doing it. I used to sell vinyl stickers at school when I was
Yeah.
14. So, 23 years ago, it was selling stickers, and then I'm still
Yeah.
selling stickers today. They're just slightly bigger and they're slightly more expensive. But in terms of, like, I like doing it.
Yeah.
It's good. It's exciting. There's lots of new things to learn still in the industry. Like wrapping came along 10 years ago, and I started to learn and just so hands-on with it when it first came out 15 years ago, and then just slowly, improved. So I'm still keen to do every aspect of it, but I think I'm passionate about it because each day is completely different.
Mhm.
And now I've got the challenge of working on the business rather than working in the business as much. So
Yeah.
although I still get to make and sell and talk to customers about stickers, I'm maybe not sticking as many stickers, but
Yeah.
I'm getting to work with a team now of people that are doing that and trying to grow the business and make sure we're going down the right direction at all times.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Which is a new challenge. It's something just new, and that keeps me going at it, really.
Yeah, other things to learn, and yeah, without the challenges, there is no kind of growth personally, and obviously for the business. It's a situation, yeah, a lot of business owners we speak to find themselves in, from going from one thing to the next, from their passion to actually developing a business. It's quite a separate thing, as you say,
Yeah.
on versus in. So what's your business journey been like today since you started the business or went into it 2019? You had the pandemic there, and there's various things that have happened over those last 6 years. What is there one word that you could give it? Like roller coaster, some people say, or like exciting or challenging? What would it be?
I don't know if I could sum it up in one word. Some years and sometimes have been really challenging, because when Luke and I started, it was just me and him, or him and I, and we I don't know, we were quite confident. We didn't look at the numbers too much. We just seemed to, be busy and putting, what we would class as, big hours in. We kept it purely Monday to Friday. We just made sure we always had our Saturday and Sundays off, but we'd graft as much as we could Monday to Friday. And then when we hit the pandemic, that was its own little challenge. Because we were working in a sector where people needed to advertise social distancing. So
Yeah.
please stay 2 meters apart. So everyone remembers the stickers saying, don't stand here, please wait here, sanitize your hands here. All of that was signage and branding. People wanted a sign to say keep 2 meters distance, but they also wanted their company logo on it because we were selling bespoke products. So all of a sudden we went from nobody needing any kind of signage and exhibition signage, because all exhibitions were being, cancelled or whatever,
Yeah.
to all of a sudden we couldn't sell enough stickers to say don't do this, stand here, stand there, temporary closed, we're still open. So we actually opened the door to a whole new, a bunch of signs and advertising, which we actually we relished in it, really. I mean, we operated from a closed door. People weren't really allowed to come in. We get orders over the email, orders over the phone, ship stuff out, abide by the rules as much as we could. But people actively needed then the screens. Everyone will maybe remember the acrylic screen. He could not be socially distanced from somebody but behind a screen. So then we got so much interest in that because we started selling those products. So it's quite exciting just to see what we could think of which we could benefit out of the COVID situation. So we thought COVID was absolutely fine. We did all right in COVID. We were quite busy. And then following that, so that was 2020. We remained a team of two until 2021, 2021, and we hired our first guy, and we would never look back from hiring an extra set of hands again. We just not struggled, but we were just trying to make do the best we could. But then if one person went on holiday, it was that can't get done, that can't get done. So we wanted to make it seamless, so we could get any order that came through the door could get done, no matter if one of us was ill or on holiday. So that was a big tick in the right direction for us when we hired our first member of staff. And then so that was 2021. Then John joined us in 2024. So we stayed a team of 3 for a good couple of years. We were reluctant to grow. And then when the right person came along with the right kind of skill set and an extra skill set, we had to take the opportunity. So then we were a team of 4. Then in January this year, we became a team of 5. So we had another member of staff join us just to try and help with the administration side of the office, because I was being pulled from this department and this and this and this and this, and I personally needed more help in what I was doing. So just some money to take inquiries, handle emails, and basic admin kind of tasks. But it's been well received so far, and customers are getting answers quicker. We're getting stuff out of the door quicker. So all round it was it's worthwhile growing, even though we're a little bit skeptical about are we going to be busy enough, yes or no.
Nice example of a business, as you say, taking that next step and taking on their first employee, but then kind of growing according to, I suppose, what you need, rather than maybe jumping ahead too far and perhaps going full steam ahead.
With too many people.
Thinking about it too far, which is a great share. Thank you. So based on that, what would you say your biggest lesson is? Is it around people?
I would say just hiring the right team member, hiring the right individuals that fit well with what we're doing and who else is working here. Because we are very much office based, so we have to, we're working in an office, a production area, a vehicle bay. So you just have to get along, obviously, with the whole team all of the time, and then be out on site. And some days are longer than others. So I think just hiring someone that fits well with the team, but then also has that eye for detail. And it's tricky because not everybody can see. Maybe how can I explain that? Just making sure something just aesthetically looks correct with the text and the alignment of text and the design element of it. So just someone with a bit of a keen eye for detail as well is key. I'd say that would be the biggest lesson. Just make sure you're hiring the right person for the job. If you are going to need somebody, make sure that's the right one.
And in terms of, you mentioned passion earlier, kind of the inspiration for what you do, and attention for details come out quite a lot. Is that the inspiration? Just, is it naturally for doing what you do, to get out of bed and to run a business and to provide?
I do I like getting a project over the line. So if somebody's got an idea of a sign, if it's a small sign or a big sign and a big advertisement, project to really push a new product, for example. I like, thinking outside the box of like what we can do, what we can't do, what can we get away with, just thinking up new ideas of how to advertise and where to advertise. Perhaps somebody wants something quite basic on a van, but and then we can show them something that really has that wow factor that's going to gain them a lot more attention out on the roads than just a basic logo. So I like challenging the norm of signage, I guess. And then just a general, I need this by Friday. We are quite a reactive company. I think sometimes people take a lease of a premises. They'll know they're going to take the lease. They'll sign the lease. They'll refit the inside. They'll, hire staff. They will stock the fridges. then realize, oh, we need a sign and we're opening on Friday, you know.
Give
So
Paul a ring.
yeah, so you know, you do question some people's thought process, but so then it's, we're opening on Saturday, we need something by Friday, can you do it? And then it's very, very rare we say no, we can't do it, because we make so much of the signage in-house
Yeah.
that we can just tweak the you know, the what happens in that day to just make sure that that different job gets done. So I don't know, I like a challenge of, well, do you think you can fit a sign there and by this day? And then I don't know, I think that's what gets me out of bed, knowing that, well, I can do that.
Yeah. And do you
give
plan
me
for
a
that
challenge.
in terms of in the business? So you've gone, right, we get lots of these, so expect them, and this is how we expect them, and we've got space to be able to do it. Kind of business planning, I suppose. So it's not
Yes.
so it's a surprise to them, but not a surprise to you.
Yeah.
Awesome. So then, one of the last or second to last questions is, if you were to go back in time, ask yourself or meet yourself at 18, or perhaps someone just starting out in business, what would you say is the best piece of advice to give on reflection, in hindsight, from what you know now?
I would take every inquiry seriously and every potential customer. I mean, it goes without saying, you want to, you know, not ignore an inquiry, but a customer that may only want something small one day, you know, treat them the same as a customer that's spending thousands of pounds with you, because you never know what that customer could turn around and need one day.
Yeah.
So we had a customer that kind of, I think he lived locally. He was really unsure about branding this new product that he wanted to take to market, and it was, oh, I'm not really sure, you know, can I have one of these stickers? And then, you know, next week, can I have another one of these stickers, but can I make it blue this time? And really unsure. And it was kind of, we seemed to invest a lot of time in it for, you know, not really a great amount of return. And then this product took off. And then the next phone call was, I need 1,000 of those stickers. And then I need 3,000 of those stickers. So all of a sudden, the project you were working on, and you thought maybe the end goal with that customer was to sell a dozen, it turns into thousands. That was quite interesting, you know. And then we kind of thought, wow, we need to really remember that, you know, any customer could come out with something, you know, massive. So yeah, just treat everybody as you would want to be treated, really. Yeah, take every inquiry seriously.
It's a nice story and a good humor. Thank you. So just before we wrap it up then, Paul, in terms of any latest news about what you guys are up to, or even it's a case of sharing your website, so if anyone wants to get in touch and find out more about what you do, or if they can supply something for Saturday in 24, 48 hours time, feel free to share that now.
So we're just on the 1st of June, that will be at the start of our 7th year. So we're going to announce that, you know, our new website is live. I mean, it's live now, but so that's been, you know, a year in the making. We've had some nice photographs taken, nice video taken of us working on the various projects we're doing. So yeah, it'd be great for people to go and check the new website out. If you're local to Harrogate, you'll see the new van going around. So we've rewrapped the van, new signs going up on the building to just showcase, just to showcase our new rebranded One Line Signs image, because we want to promote people to rebrand and refresh your image, because obviously then that results in you know, people wanting more signs. So we've done it ourselves, and we think after 6 years of the old logo, we just tweaked it ever so slightly, and we've improved it, made it more legible. So yeah, if people want to check out the website, or if anybody needs any signage, any permanent signage or temporary signage, then please give One Line Signs a try and ask for me, and I'll try and achieve what you're looking for in a short period of time. Yeah.
Brilliant. We'll put the link in the blurb underneath the video for people to click and have a look should they need it. So Paul, thank you very much for all that you've shared. It's been really insightful, and I wish you all the best for the next 7 years of the business.
Yeah. All right, man. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
Bye-bye.